As everyone knows, stability is an important factor of picture quality while using mirrorless cameras and DSLR to make films. By using the 3-axis stabilizer, you can experience the smooth and steady frame while shooting, walking, running, spinning, all without jerking, making it easier for filming. Speaking about the 3-axis stabilizer, Filmpower Inc., as a pioneer in stabilizers, has developed the Nebula 4000, Nebula 5200, Nebula 6000, and other well-known stabilizer products. Nebula 4000 has been introduced as the first single-handle gyro-stabilizer. Its arrival has set off the entire stabilizer market, and 2 years later, Filmpower now has released an upgraded version of the classic Nebula 4000, the Nebula 4100. Will it renew the classics and crown the new glories? Just wait and see. Now let's take a look at the unboxing and balancing of the Nebula 4100. When you open the box, you will see an integrated storage case of the Nebula 4100 made of leather. It has a streamlined structure design to make it small and compact. The logo of Filmpower is printed on both sides of the zipper pull. There are buckles on the side of the storage case for special straps to carry it conveniently. The entire surface of the storage case is smooth, providing secure protection to prevent the gimbal from impact. Open the storage case and you can see the Nebula 4100. There is a strap firmly holding the gimbal to prevent the Nebula 4100 from accidentally slipping when you open the case. The interior of the case is made of soft material to enhance shock absorption and prevent damage during transport. Besides the gimbal, there is a smart battery, a charger, a special strap, and a user manual in the box as standard equipment. Please balance the gimbal before you use the Nebula 4100. There are two main parts of the Nebula 4100, the handle with buttons and a gimbal motor, and the gimbal with 3 motors: pitch, roll, and yaw. With toolless adjustment clamps, you don't need any tools for balancing. The Nebula 4100 weighs 990 grams. 2 pounds, 2 ounces. And the payload of Nebula 4100 is 1.2 kilograms, 2 pounds, 10 ounces. Nebula 4100 supports all mirrorless cameras and some DSLRs. Today, we will use the Sony A7S II 2470 as an example. Before we use the Nebula 4100, please charge the battery at first. Take the charger and the battery, connect the battery to the charger, and connect the charger to a wall socket, using the plug set if necessary. The indicator light turns to red while charging. It takes about 1 hour for full charge, and may be used for about 2 hours. If the battery is fully charged, the indicator light turns green. Unplug the charger from the battery, and you can load the battery into the Nebula 4100 and start working. The first step, set up the battery. Open the battery compartment under the handle of the Nebula 4100. Put the Nebula 4100's smart battery into the battery compartment and close the battery compartment. The second step, please make sure that the screw hole on the bottom of the camera is aiming at the screw on the cage. Fasten the camera onto the cage in a clockwise direction. The third step, balance the gravity center. Loosen the screw of the cage and adjust the camera to a position where it remains horizontal with the pitch axis motor. Adjust the camera up or down at 45 degrees and see if it stays still. Balance is complete if the lens doesn't tilt. Please fasten the screw. The fourth step, balance the pitch axis. Lift the lens upwards. Make sure it's perpendicular to the pitch axis motor, then loosen the clamp of the pitch axis and adjust to a position where it keeps still. Try to move the lens forward or backward 45 degrees and see if it stays still. Balance is complete if the lens doesn't tilt. Please fasten the pitch axis clamp. The fifth step, balance the roll axis. Loosen the clamp of the roll axis. Adjust the camera to a position where it keeps still. Tilt the camera left or right at 45 degrees and see if it stays still. Balance is complete if the lens doesn't tilt. Please fasten the clamp. And the last step, balance the yaw axis. Please turn the Nebula 4100 at 45 degrees, and we need to balance the yaw axis if the gimbal does not stay still. Loosen the clamp of the yaw axis and adjust gimbal's position. Please tilt the Nebula 4100 at 45 degrees again to check. Balance is complete if the gimbal doesn't tilt. Please fasten the clamp. After balancing, the gimbal is ready to use. Please push the power button to the left to open the gimbal. After the beep sound, Nebula 4100 will automatically calibrate for work. This is today's instructional video of the Nebula 4100 about unboxing and balancing. There are more interesting functions of the Nebula 4100 we'd like to share in our next video. For more information, please follow us on YouTube and Instagram.